roll up, roll up, roll up. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a wonderful session this afternoon. You have come to the greatest show on earth in the main ring. We are doing the Service Desk is Irrelevant, a very controversial subject, and we have two extremely eminent teams of great debaters who are making their way to the stage as we speak, I hope. So I am your ringmaster, in case you hadn't realised. So now, as we get set up and prepared for our great debate, yes, walking on the stairs is difficult in strange heels. Right, so good afternoon. So are we all ready for a great debate? The greatest show on earth. Right. So you're in session 3, in case you didn't know. So I hope you're all here for the right reasons. Also 2, there is, just let me put this down. Right, there are plastic cards running around the place. So my room monitors, wherever they are, I'm hoping that they will get one to each of our audience members. If you do not have a plastic card, put up your hand, please. So we've got several. So my wonderful room monitors, where are they? Okay, fabulous. So, yes, not at that door. Hey, I want Pengy. I gotta have Pengy. Oh, goodness. Yes. Great. Okay, so yes, the cards are coming. So yes, please make sure you get a card, because this will enable you, the audience, to determine who wins. Is the service desk irrelevant or not? So now, what have we got here? We have a blue team who are for the affirmative. Yay! I think we should give them a round of applause. Yay! Right, and the red team with the negative. Okay, so. Hey, stop that.
Boo, boo.
Stop that. There will be no fighting. So the tools of the ringmaster. We have a bell to keep people in control, and we have a horn. Now, what you see on the screen is our imminent panel and all their Twitter handles. Okay, so we want you to tweet. Tweet often, okay, and frequently, please, because we obviously can't kind of do it while we're doing this. Tweeting photos? Yes, please. Right. Okay, so now, what happens here? We have a debate. It is a formal debate where we will begin with an opening debate session by our team leaders. So I will actually introduce our team leaders first of all. Mr. Peter Doherty. Okay, for the blue. And Simone Moore for the negative. Right. Okay, now you all should have your cards. So you would have come into this room probably with some preconceived idea of whether the service desk is irrelevant or not. So I actually want to see that we can actually do this vote. So I'll get you to hold up and show me which side you think is irrelevant or relevant. And I'm trying to actually see. Right. Yes, so the blue is yes, the service desk is irrelevant. And the red is no, the service desk is not irrelevant. Right, we're getting a lot of red.
Your team's in blue, well done.
Okay, no, excellent. So we will actually have, after the opening statements, we will have 3 rounds of which you get to vote at the end of each round, and then we will have closing statements where you get to vote again for the final decision, which will be made today, and only you can decide this. Right. Also too, I will be basically giving people points. There will be a favourite debater So they will get points if they win their round. They will get points for tweet-worthy remarks. They might get demerits for doing something naughty, right? And arbitrary other things, maybe just because I like them. So, all right, so what we will do, now I will bring up our team lead, Peter Doherty. Yes, as the ninja.
I'm just fixing your prop.
Oh dear.
Because I wouldn't like this to fly off and hit something.
No, I don't want that broken. It was the $2 shop, yes. Okay, all right, no, we don't have all day. We've got to get underway. So the opening statement will be 4 minutes. You will get a bell, 1 minute warning, and then a bell again at the end. And if I... Stop that. And if I really do need to extract him from the stage... Right, so Peter, you are off and running, and your time starts now.
Okay, so we're taking the affirmative that the service desk is irrelevant. And I saw with all the votes that went up early that you clearly disagree with that. So this is going to be a very interesting debate from our side. I think one of the reasons that you're confused to start with about whether it's irrelevant or not is because we haven't really defined what the service desk is. Most of us think of the service desk is that 1970s interface that the organisations expect us to use when something goes wrong. And to tell you the truth, it's an absolute disgrace that organisations need to have it because it's IT admitting their failures. Because why would I need to have a service desk if I wasn't failing and delivering things? IT makes changes, something goes wrong. IT deploys some new software, something goes wrong. You know, so it's IT's fault that they need this. So the whole function of the service desk to help people is not irrelevant, but the way that we do it now today is irrelevant to our customers. It's as different as night and day from how our customers do things in their own time. In the evening, they go home, they consume services, they get services fulfilled to them. They don't ring up service desks to get help. They go through self-help and knowledge. And here, has anyone bought anything off Amazon lately? Or a website anywhere? Did it all go smoothly? Yeah. So that's the sort of experience that we want our customers to have. You didn't go smoothly? Okay, someone, even though I can hardly see, someone is shaking their head. Could you find the 1-800 number? This is an old presenter's trick, just point somewhere to make a point. Did you find the 1-800 number you needed to ring Amazon? There is no 1-800 in Amazon because Amazon supports that service desk function by giving us other mechanisms, by giving us social media, by giving us knowledge, by giving us frequently asked questions. Also, a lot of things nowadays, there is nothing new. There's no new faults, right? So a lot of our customers who come in each day and have to ring up a 1-800 number that sometimes they'll ring it within third calls. And also, some of the metrics that we have are absolutely useless. You know, did we pick it up within 3 seconds? How long did it take us to fix it? How long did it go to get resolved? All those things that internally IT focus, it's totally irrelevant to us. You know, IT sits there spending a lot of time doing process reviews, trying to work out what ITIL maturity they have, trying to work out what ITIL maturity level they need to be, and we're sitting back there, we don't know anything about ITIL maturity. We don't care about that stuff. Why don't you enable us and serve us? Right? Don't give us these processes that we don't know about, we don't understand. From a service desk perspective, was that a 1 minute warning? Okay, from a service desk perspective, from a function, give us what we need in an agile manner. I haven't even looked at my notes so far. You know, we talk about the service desk as being the IT shop front. Well, it's a pretty sad shop front unless you want to go and buy things like buggies and buggy whips these days. Our customers, when they go home at night and they choose to get services, they choose to buy stuff, they expect a service that's very agile and new and edgy and supports them when they want to do it in a very agile manner. They don't want us to go through a 70s type technology with processes behind it that we don't even understand, and sometimes the people in IT don't even understand. So how is providing that service to the customer relevant to how the customer does everything else in the the rest of their day. And it just goes to point to IT's failure that they keep introducing things that it means that the customer have to go through and use these antiquated things to try and solve stuff. Thank you.
Yeah, you rocked it, yeah.
In the park. Out of the park.
Yes.
There you go, mate.
Okay.
Make sure you refer to your notes.
No. The skipping rope goes back that side. Anyway, you broke my prop. I don't know. You just can't get good circus performers. Right.
Animals and children.
Now. Okay, so Peter has said wonderful things, all right, so he's tried to convince you. So now I will call Simone Moore as the team lead for the negative, that the service desk is not irrelevant. And I'll just get my little horn. And your time starts now.
Today, I'm visiting Grandma on the service desk out in the woods.
Can't hear you.
But they say it's very dark and scary out in those woods, full of dangers, both small and large. Things just jump out at you from anywhere. But I'm sure I can find the way. They say there's even a new path to get there. What's that you say? I don't need the service desk? Not at all! Because you know why? Our systems are well able to look after themselves. See how well behaved the systems actually are? You can rest easy because our world doesn't have big bad wolf changes that cause those incidents or problems. All is well. The new path is fine. All the statistics say everything is right. So what do we need the service desk for? Perhaps we can even save some money and let them scamper out into the woods on their own. We don't need them anymore.
It's good for you to come over to our team.
Do you know what? I'm not sure I believe you. Because Grandma holds my hand when I'm nervous. She gave me this rope to protect myself out in the wild woods. All right, let's go and explore the new path. But I'm telling you, we won't need Grandma's help. Hell is a truth learned too late. We've wended our way along the new path, stumbling in the wild woodlands and got ourselves lost and confused. Grandma! Help!
Medic to theaterette. Medic to theaterette.
Hello, my dear. That's Grandma. Oh, I love Grandma's voice. Hello, my dear. We have a new navigation app you'll find in your skipping rope, and it's called Angel Eyes. And Angel Eyes is a wonderful new app. Angel Eyes can even fly high into the sky after she's been loaded.
That's a bit later tonight.
And what happens is Angel Eyes flies high into the sky and can see the whole path in front. And she can then fly down and whisper in your ear which way to go. Which way? That way. That door. She's mine. Wow, that's clever. And guess what they did? They used all the parts of the ITIL CSI approach so that you'll always be on the right path. Ooh.
Controversial.
Now, we ended up arriving at Grandma's safe and sound. Oh, thank you, ITIL Angel. Thank you. Gee, Grandma, how did you become so wise? And this is the story Grandma told me about why they're so wise. Well, we use our integrated knowledge that goes back a long way. They learnt from their past lessons, good and bad. And from their typing pool days, they automated to meet demand. But they wasted a lot of time and effort learning the new ways. But they're flexible like that because the job itself actually hasn't changed. Just the tools we use to do it. We know that everyone's more tech savvy. And we know that over the years we've been known by many names too. Receptionists, secretaries, call centres, service desk operators.
Oh, sorry, were you talking?
We're always your trusted partner and advisor. We're your concierge. We're your conduit to get things done. So we're also your protector and your buffer because you don't need to face those other techies, do you? We're multi-raced, we're multi-gendered, and we're multi-generational, as well as multi-skilled, so we can handle anything. We understand and work with the human side. We call it engagement. You know, that first flush when you meet someone and have that conversation. Wow, Grandma, with your knowledge and help, we'll be wise too.
Great. Thanks. Okay, so you've seen that we are incorporating props. Okay, so if I may have the broken skipping rope?
No, I fixed it again.
You fixed it, thank you.
Permanently.
Well, was from the $2 shop.
Otherwise, I'd be out of a job.
Thank you. Okay, so props. Props feature in this, just to make it a little harder for these contestants here. So each of our 3 rounds is required to incorporate a prop. And I will be awarding some points for the most creative use of prop. Okay, so let's go to our round 1. Now, our affirmative speaker for round 1 is Lana Yakimoff. Yes! So I will ask her to come on down, okay, and take your prop. And, and do something with it. Actually, I'll just take my notes back. Wherever you want. Wherever you want to stand.
Preferably, I'd like to be at the bar right now, but anyway.
Okay, so, thank you. Right, your time starts.
Oh, I had to take them off, darling, because when you've got a skipping rope, skip with,
1, 2, 3.
see how long you can skip for. Right, so incorporating prop. Well, it's tough. I am a woman, but I can't multitask. You know, I've got to focus, right? So here we go. The service desk data. Well, I should introduce myself, shouldn't I? Hello, I'm Auntie Angel, aka Kelly Smith. I'm no longer doing Charlie's Angels. I'm a bit old and frail, like the service desk. You know.
Oh, smoke that one.
The service desk people. So I'm ITIL Angel. I do ITIL services, early life support services, ELF services. Thank you. I'll remember you. And yeah, so I do a bit of public speaking and, you know, stuff, bit of fashion, consultancy, ITIL, whatever. Right, so the service desk, guys, let's just talk about the relevance of the service desk. The service desk today is plagued with high call dropout rates, high call abandonment rates. Like, why the hell would you keep listening on the phone after 30 minutes when your call is important to us is all you hear, or you hear some really dull, boring elevator music? They don't care about you. They're busy playing games or looking for other jobs on the internet because it's a crap job. It's crap. Right? Let's call it a spade is a spade. So not only do they have high call dropout rates because they really care, their services that they're offering are from the 80s. They are a help desk. They're not a service desk. A service desk provides services, right? Service desk that provides services. Oh, I've just lost my page.
Don't worry, you've got a few.
Someone called the service desk can help her find her information.
No, they don't support iPads.
Oh, here we go. And not only are they stuck in the 80s, kind of like myself, you know. No, not only are they stuck in the 80s, but they're a bit lacklustre. There is no service. Get real, people, right? Now, look, if you look at the service desk today, they are so far behind. Technology has evolved in leaps and bounds, but what has the help desk, service desk done? What innovation have they introduced, and what have they done for us, the consumers? Yeah? Think about, let's be selfish and think about us, right? They make... What, sorry, darling?
It's all about me.
Correct. We are a selfish society. Anyway, they are so far behind in technology and revolution that they make transformation and organisational change look easy. It's a walk in the park, people. They are so stuck in the past that I'm really not sure what you should do. They need to innovate, and they need to innovate themselves. They need to change, or just simply get rid of them. If you don't Botox your service desk today, people, get rid of them. Look, darling, they're a resource. They cost money. They're humans. You need to nurture them and you know, manage them and look after them and listen to their stories and listen to their hard days and just provide service. That's what they're supposed to do. Correct? Right. Let's look at a typical service desk, people. Oh, is that a minute? Oh, shit. Oh, God. Anyway, I'm going to bust...
That was it.
Oh, I'm going to bust some myths. Myth
get
number
10
one,
seconds.
first call resolution rate is so low. Who has really actually had a first call resolved whilst they've been on the phone? Myth busted number one. Myth busting number two, call abandon rate, really, really high.
Off!
So much to say.
Right, okay. We're off to a great start. So now I would like to call the opposing speaker. Yes, which is Simone Moore. She's going to argue the first. No? You've decided not to? Come on. And remember your prop, madam. Okay, so, and your time starts
Tomorrow.
now.
What are you guys doing?
It's my spot. Go away.
Well, you just wasted half a minute, so go on.
She's the team lead. She can do what she likes.
Exactly.
She's got some more props.
It's interesting what we can actually find around, isn't it? Because no matter what we actually talk about how old the service desk is and we don't need it anymore and it just doesn't matter, does it? Well, that's just crap. Because any time, whether the self-service or not, we invented apps like Angel Eyes so that you could be self-reliant. We want you to be self-reliant. We want you to be able to have that power so you can beat the big bad wolf anytime you like. But when it does get a little bit dark and scary out there, when it does get very dark and scary, especially when you've got to watch something like that, that's when you really do
will
want us
sit
around.
back in position. I award Simone another 30 seconds for that.
Thank you so much. But it is when it gets dark and scary out in those woods that you really do want someone around to call. And that's exactly what we're here for. We'll always be there for you, no matter what it is and no matter what form we come in. Because pretty soon, I might even be a cyborg.
A cyborg?
You'll be replaced by a robot. So.
Hey, but that doesn't mean my brain goes away, even though yours did.
Oh!
AI. She smoked too much during the 70s.
Oh, we're finished? Was that it?
Oh, yay.
Was that it?
Oh, yay.
Short and sweet. Is that not what you want from a service desk?
Very short and sweet. Excellent, excellent. So now we get to a little bit of voting. Now, what do we think? There was Lana from the affirmative and Simone from the negative. So Lana is blue. Simone is red. So I can see. Oh. It's all a bit mixed, isn't it? Actually, I'm seeing red. Okay, I'm seeing red. So red won that round. Shut up. You'll get your chance. Okay, so now, yes. And so actually, I'm taking 5 demerit points off Lana for going over time. Excuse me. 5 demerit points to the ninja. Right. Okay, so now we're moving along to round 2. All right. So now the yes. So the prop for round 2 are the barbecue tongs, wherever they got to. Okay, and we have, for speaking for the affirmative, a Mr. Rob Stroud, who I'm sure needs no introduction. So Rob, your time starts now.
Get it out of here. Oh, I don't need notes. Yes, I'm here as chief cook and bottle washer. Thank you very much. Thank you. Not right now. Whoa, how much fun is it to call 1-800-YOU-LOSE? Are you used to calling that number and getting elevator music? Or why don't you call 1-800-CALL-NO-ONE? You can get no one, you can work that out. Or what about 1-866 Abuse Now? That number has now come to the forefront in most countries. Or you can buy 1-866-6666, call no one, and get an accent that you just don't understand. And that's when you speak their language as well. More importantly, elevator music, hold music, or press 1 for completely bored, 2 for I don't want to be here, more bubbles please, 3 for more bubbles, or 4, or 462. Finally, you've got the option you want. Or what about as you drive into the car park? Just keep going. As you drive into the car park and suddenly you press the button because you've lost your pass and somebody answers the phone. Hello, how are you? How can I help you today? Let me into the car park. I'm sorry, I have to transfer you to the car park department. Then you get on hold music and you get that wonderful message, leave a message, we'll get back to you on Monday, when Monday's a public holiday. More importantly, you're sick of phone calls. Doesn't taste very nice, Simone.
Well, you're the chef. You forgot to put the flavour in.
I'm taking your props away. So you email them and you get an email that says, your email is important to us. We'll get back to you within 24 hours. I don't care what the bell says, I'm keeping going. And as you move on, 1 minute? No, I want the hooter. As you move on, you lodge an email complaint and they say this call is very important to you. And what do? They never get back to you. Book a plane ticket. Within 24 hours, they guarantee that they will refund your money. 5 days later, you call the service desk because no one's got back to you. And they say, I'm sorry, sir, it's not 24 hours anymore. We'll take $200 off the credit that we're going to give you. Thank you very much. These helpless desks that we are building and using are useless. They are irrelevant. Help is no longer to be found. You need to get an iPad or a Ninja. You need to get your very own Ninja, and you need to take your Ninja with you, and you need to beat the living daylights out of those people who don't deliver IT service. Or better still, if you're in the US, go down to Best Buy and buy your own computer or your own computing device, because not only is the service desk irrelevant, you, the IT, are irrelevant!
Wow. I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. Okay, so now to do a rebuttal to that, we are now going off to the red team.
Simone again.
Goodness. Yes, we need the prop. Okay. And I...
Need a meeting.
No, go sit down, lovey. Okay, so we have John Schumacher. So for the red team, okay, the service desk is not irrelevant and your time starts now.
I'm surprised at the genius of our esteemed colleagues here. Wow, your call's important to us. We haven't heard that one before. Okay. Old and frail, you say, but yet you can't get through because we're surfing the net. Google is everyone's best friend. We all know that. That came out of the service desk. Leaps and bounds in technology. Well, yes, we surf. And how else do we enhance our social media skills? Because clearly, that's where it's all heading.
Or job search?
Or job search, yes. Maybe after this one. Okay, so being the surgeon I am, I've looked into the service desk brains. 3 main areas. Okay, process. Can you imagine self-managed queues? Wow, all the end-to-end resolver groups talking to each other. Customer at the centre of everything that they do, keeping the customer up to date and keeping their eye on that big bad SLA clock. Ooh. Okay, so some desks don't have SLA clocks. Thinking about the end interaction with the customer, focused on that all-important Net Promoter Score, because as technicians, we all know that's important to our brilliant.
Like your call.
Like our calls. Your call's important to us. And the customer satisfaction will just prevail through the brilliance of our masterful technicians. I mean, surely our customers are smart enough to just know the fix to their solution, even though not communicated to them, was just brilliant. Systems.
Doctor, we actually...
Am I finished?
Yeah, you go.
You keep going.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, focus.
Trying to.
No, there you go.
Oh, no, so 1 minute, all right. All this self-service going to change the need for the desk. Well, maybe there's an element of truth to that, but if we just let the boffins design the self-service, sorry, our customers don't all have PhDs to understand how to navigate through a most brilliant self-service tool, still need the service desk to govern that interaction.
And insult you?
I mean, just look at the architecture. Impressive, I hear customers say. And they know that because they have to know all about self-service tools to use it. People, service desk. the cause of all our cost blowouts. I mean, things would just be much cheaper without them. Okay, I hear you say. We're preventing customers enjoying the interaction directly with second and third level resolver groups. I mean, we all know how these teams actually embrace talking to a customer. All those years ago when they fled the desk saying, "That's not for me." All right, we need to be careful here, folks. We run the real risk of losing our number one sport in IT, and that is service desk bashing. How do you like your brains? Medium rare?
Soft. Very good. Thank you. Right. Okay, so that was round 2. So now we get to judge that round. So now we have, who did we have? We had Rob. Yes. Okay, so blue, did they win that round? Or was it red?
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm trying to see again. Oh! That went straight through my head. Actually, red won that one. That's very good. Very good, guys. Hey. Woo-hoo. Okay, now moving on. Round 3. No, this is all fair and above board. I am the ringmaster. I have spoken. I set the rules. I might be bribed. Anyway. Prefer a Chardonnay. Okay, round 3, we're moving into this. So now the challenge of round 3, the prop needed to be used for round 3 is the alarm clock. So, okay, so now for our blue team, so who have we got? One alarm clock, that would be Peter. So yes, so Peter, your time starts.
Oh my goodness! Wake up! Wake up! I can't believe some of the things that you've just said. You're actually just supporting our argument. You know, thinking about self-managed processes that go into resolver teams and they have maturity levels of 4. Oh my God, we get so caught up in doing all those things that we forget what the outcome is, and the outcome is to service the customer. Hello, the customer. Right? I just can't believe some of the things that we talk about. And talk about our masterful technicians. Oh my God, again, some of the people that they put on the service desk, they shouldn't be on there to start with. We don't enable them. We don't do any coaching and mentoring. You go, oh, you're a masterful technician. You now go and take calls and you can have empathy with your customers and you can help them. That's not the way we do it. All your arguments you said is what we should be doing, not what we're doing. And I do agree. Imagine if you could do these things. Imagine if you could do these things. That's all you're doing is imagining. You're not actually doing these things. You know, I had an organisation that I worked with. There was 200 people within the IT department, and every month they have a meeting with their customers, and their business people come in. And one guy at the thing, he stands up and he goes, I know there's 4 people that work on the service desk. What did the rest of you guys do? So they have no idea what's happening in there. Absolutely no idea. You know, we talk about... you said that people have to know how to do self-service. You know, it's complicated. Oh my God, have you ever, you've heard of the internet and how people use it to go and order things and they turn up and it happens? You don't need to go and train them to do all these sort of things. And even if you did, you wouldn't know where to start. So that's some of the rebuttal. I can't believe you said some of those things. The other thing is that, you're not facing the facts that what we need to do is address the root cause of things that go wrong. If we address the root cause, if we have good change processes, and I don't mean something that I've had an assessment and I've got a maturity level 3 or 4 or whatever, it's ones that work. I can then make sure that I roll out things properly. And oh my God, waiting for the customer to ring you up, have you never heard of automation? Is that 1 minute ago or am I done? 1 minute ago. Have you guys never heard of automation? Are you guys mass talking, not listening? So you guys need to be able to repair some of these things before they impact the user. You can actually go out and talk to vendors who have these really cool things that will go monitor infrastructure and then look at how it relates to services. How many of your service desk actually talk about services or know what they are? And then all of a sudden I can go, oh my God, I'll fix this before someone has to ring up an inept service desk that has all these anarchy, whatever, bad processes, no, not anarchy, bad processes sitting behind them that are more to do with how good we are at doing ITIL as opposed to how good we are at delivering the service to the customer. Once again, you told us to imagine, and the things that you told us to imagine are the things that we'd like to see happen, not imagine. We'd like to have actually do it. Thank you. The point is you lose.
Spot on time. Very good. I'll give you back your demerits. Okay. So now we have back to the red team. So now you might get some more demerits. So now Kirstie McGowan. She's a fairy, yes, and she is going to a fairy godmother.
She grants wishes.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
and she has to use the prop too. And your time starts.
So now I really don't know what service desk you guys have been interacting with lately, but I guess we do have Austin Power's sidekick at the end there, so perhaps it's just time to wake up and realise you're in the 2010s and the service desk has evolved since then and it's actually become more, not less relevant. So now, in this wonderful fairy tale land, we obviously have no need for a service desk. The service desk is a triage facility for IT. Now let's just think about that for a moment. IT and hospitals, they actually have a lot in common. They need their triage, that essential first assessment of any issue, so that we know where we should refer people to. So let's just now imagine the ninja has just been a little bit too exuberant with one of his kicking moves, and he has a very painful broken toe. Join with me, folks. Ah. So our intrepid ninja arrives at the hospital to have his poor, sore toe treated. When he gets there, he finds no welcoming reception, nobody to find out his symptoms or do a preliminary assessment because the service desk is so irrelevant. The poor ninja must navigate his way through the maze that is the hospital and decide himself where he should seek assistance.
This is gold, I've got to write this down.
Now, he has heard that a certain Dr. Schumacher is the best physician in this facility. Now, doesn't the ninja deserve the best? Of course he and his toe do. So off he trots to find Dr. Schumacher. Now, he's in surgery, but that's not an issue. Ninja just pushes his way in. After all, who or what could be more important than him? So Dr. Schumacher is pulled out of the complex surgery he was performing to look at the poor ninja's toe. Now, the problem is Dr. Schumacher is an outstanding brain surgeon, but he knows nothing about toes. So his poor patient is on the operating table, laying there with his brain exposed, blood dripping, his blood pressure dropping, alarms ringing. He is running out of time rapidly. But Dr. Schumacher is so busy with the ninja trying to work out where he should be going. Now, I wonder how this could have been prevented. I wonder if we had used a service desk or a triage facility, if the ninja would have found his way to the correct specialist in the first place. Thank you, everybody.
Well, that was on time too. Fantastic. So you people are wonderful. I might even give you some more time to wrap up at the end. Think of that. So you think you're done, do you? Okay, so that was the end of round 3. All right, so now it's time to do another vote, ladies and gentlemen. So who do we think? Are we thinking blue or red for round 3? We're looking red.
Fairy tale story 1.
We're looking red. Oh, blue team, you've got a bit of a job to do. Right. Yes. It's not rigged. It is not rigged. So just an update on points, because, okay. So let's see. So the red team, so Kirstie just got 20 points for winning that round. Wow. Yay, Kirstie. Okay. So, yes. And so Rob got 20 points for winning the previous round. Yes, settle down. Yes, okay. And let's see who won round 1. Yes, the negative won round 1. Yes, sorry, Lana. So yes, and there's a few points running around for tweets as well. So we're doing pretty well at the moment. So, okay, so now we've had 3 rounds. They've tried to convince you, cajole, destroy the other team's arguments, even destroy the other team. I've seen that. I have to use my horn several times. Yes. So now we will move into the closing statements. And we're running really well on time, so I'll actually give you a little bit more time. Just think of that. Okay?
But how much time?
1 minute. No, it was 3 minutes, so it'll be 4 now. Okay, so the affirmative rebuttal. So Rob Stroud, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have a prop for the end.
No prop.
Well, you can reuse any prop if you like.
Okay, as long as I don't have to dance, we'll be okay. You know, the focusing... all right. It's really interesting to watch the goings-on behind me here because it reminds me of the average service desk that lives today. Always looking after what their own interests are. They're so busy surfing the net, updating their Facebook status, wishing they're on Starbucks, ordering an automatic pizza, that they don't have time to answer your call. That's what the DND, or Do Not Disturb button, is for. I'm taking myself out of rotation because I answered a call. I reviewed the queue and found the incident that made me happy. I know how to answer it. Oh, we're going to pay you in the serviceless desk based on the number of incidents that you answer. So what do? You scan the queue for ones that you know you can solve quickly. You solve them quickly, then you close them, and you move on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one, counting the $5 per incident that you're going to get. Things are slow. There's an incident in the queue that you don't know how to solve, so you go and grab it, and you actually pick up the phone and call back the end user. Hello, how are you today, you say. And you talk to them about their incident, and you give them a resolution that you know will not work, but it will get them off the phone because you don't want to hear about their 3 children and their 2 aunties and their Uncle Jack. You have no care, no empathy. You close the ticket and send them the rating survey, reminding them that straight 5s will get you a bonus. They quickly answer you with a straight 5 and then call you back 10 minutes later to tell you that your resolution puts you deeper into the deepest, darkest, fill in your own word there. You open up a new incident for you, collecting the net new $5 for the initial incident, and you go on with this one all day, milking it until you're a rich man and you can move on to something else. My poor opposition quote that the ninja is going to the doctor for a broken toe. First, the ninja is a highly skilled master. He would never break his toe, and if he did, he would not go to a hospital. He has other ways of solving this pain. He uses his mental skills and self-healing. And if that doesn't work, he gets an app off the App Store, takes a photo of his toe, and immediately sends it to the 1-800 number that won't answer his call. By the time he's called back, it doesn't matter. His toe is healed. He has recovered. Either that or many bottles of wild turkey have made him forget about it. Our fairy godmother is just dreaming. She's dreaming of this utopian service desk that is here in her mind and in the books that many people publish and one author talked about earlier today. This utopian thing we've been designing for years. Many of us got involved with this thing called ITIL, or ITIL from this part of the world. And we wrote this beautiful process that you can follow off into the sunset. And we gave you a strategy to do it. And no one ever followed that strategy. And unfortunately, we just found out that there's one book that we want. It's called the Call Avoidance Handbook. We go and we grab that book. Too many people are calling. We have to cut costs. So what's next? Let's set up a telephone number and send it to the opposition. Finally, email. Let's do email. We don't have to answer them. We can just delete them. You know that DEL key? It works beautifully. Delete it and throw it away. Finally, when all else fails, the only service desk that is relevant, that is here, that should be used is called Google, or if you're from Microsoft, Bing. Use that with much abandon. The Y generation, of which there are a few of us here, me virtually, of course, we know that you can solve anything with the right phrase in a Bing or Google search. You can get your answer and you can solve your problem, proving the service desk is definitely irrelevant. Get rid of it. Update your profile. It's time to get a real job. My opposition will attempt to justify that the service desk is relevant. While they're doing that, we'll all be filling in our applications for a new role.
Thank you, Rob, for the closing statement. So now, last chance, Red Team. So yes, your last minutes to say something. So yes, for the red, which is the service desk is not irrelevant. So Simone Moore, your time starts now.
If it wasn't for the wonderful imaginations that we had, we wouldn't have some of the innovation and some of the wonderful toys that they like to play with. And just because he talks about call avoidance, we just talk about call channel management instead. So, no, we don't want all those phone calls anymore. We want you to be self-reliant, absolutely. Oh, yes, you do. I'll tell you why. Because that engagement on the more difficult things, the questions have never gone away. Do you still get asked questions? Absolutely.
Control-Alt-Delete.
I wish I could. We just change our tactics, that's all. The service desk doesn't stay in the same form. It'll never stay in the same form because as you evolve, so will the service desk. No matter where you go into that woodland path, we'll help you navigate. No matter how many twists or turns or dangers that jump out at you, we innovate. IT of yesterday is fast becoming irrelevant and obsolete, but not the service desk. On behalf of my team, I wish to thank our eminent opposition for an entertaining attempt at bewildering the reality of your minds. After all, we know that it's the fairy stories that truly tell the reality. We share the story to reflect the moral values and actions that we hope you will one day take, or to help you avoid walking through those deep, dark, scary woods. Knowing that you'll always have your fairy godmother about to protect you, in light of... Oh, no! Doctor, quick! The man is ill!
Super
Help him,
surgeon
he's
is
bleeding.
here. Get out of my way. I can handle this.
You're on the wrong page of the notes.
I'm a super surgeon now.
While I'm waiting...
Hold on.
I know, I've got the answer here, it's okay.
Your call is important to us. Please hold.
Out of
But
my
we
way,
don't
Red
know
Riding.
what's wrong yet.
Out of my way, Red Riding Hood. I've jumped that line now. Buses are.
No, you're not bringing my clothes.
Doctor, I think he's at the end of his rope!
Hold on.
Don't kill the Ringmaster.
We have it.
Doctor,
There, all
it's not
removed.
his, Doctor, it's not his brain that was faulty, it was his ticker.
No.
He wind him up.
Don't
Hold
wind
on.
it.
Hold on.
It's not enough. It's not
Hold on.
enough.
Hold on. I'll just put this back in
Not
then.
enough.
No. We need to
Moderator.
we just need to tap some common sense.
Moderator.
Once we've installed the common sense, we're going to be far better.
It's a ninja.
Rightio. He's all stitched and patched. There's no sign of leaking.
My work here is done.
Where the hell has that been?
We're ever so happy. Look, everyone, the ninja is okay. Yes. We should all celebrate. So what have all these characters got in common? Well, the moral to the story is this. Every service desk is different form of story, written to suit their reading audience. So you can't expect every book about the service desk to be the same. But in the end, we all want the same thing, that they all lived happily ever after. Thank you.
My goodness. Right. Okay, whoa. Okay, people. My God. And you've practically tried to kill me as well. I was almost squashed back there. Right. So, yes, right. Okay, so I'm recovering. So now, the points I have allocated. So we'll talk about this. So yes, I gave Simone individually 20 points for winning her round and another 10 for the grandma stories. So I thought she was great. Yes, Peter got so many positives and negatives, he's ended up back on 0. Right.
Story of my life.
You did knock my hat off. Yes. Okay, so who else have we got? Rob, he won his round, so 20 points for that. Another 15 for having tweet-worthy comments. I thought that was nice. Yes, so there you go. So yes, and and on the other side, we'll go to John. John, I think, had the most creative use of props. So 30 for that. Yes, well done. Well done. Yes. So, and who are we missing? Kirstie. Yes, she got 20 points for winning her round, and another 15 because I think she looks just cute. Right. And Lana. Lana. Yes, it was. Didn't you know? Okay. So yes, you ran overtime. That was bad. So you got -5 for that. Yes, I'm sure you do. So, but just for the final summing up, I'm giving Simone another 50 points for that because that was amazing. So Simone is my individual debater. So come here. Yes. Yay. Yay, everybody. Okay, so now we get to the really, really important thing. Okay, so we are here to decide today whether the service desk is irrelevant. Now think carefully and hard about this, okay? You've had all these wonderful comments from the blue team, the affirmative, saying yes, it is irrelevant. So, and they were very persuasive. And then we've had all these comments from the red team saying that no, it is not irrelevant. And I was very persuaded again. And I mean, I really don't know. So you, the audience, are the ones that do need to vote. Once and for all, have we decided, is the service desk irrelevant? Yes, blue, red, no. And I have to come down and see. Right? Okay, there's a bit of blue, but what I'm seeing is the red wins. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the circus has decided that the service desk is not irrelevant. Okay, I thank you one and all, and actually, because we do have, about 2 minutes, we can take a question or two, if anyone's got one of these eminent panels. You're all stunned into silence. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. So it was informative and a bit of fun. So yes, your Ringmaster is signing off. Don't forget to log into the app and give us a review. So we really want to know what you think. And maybe the great debate will come back again next year. So yes. So good luck and cheers.